My God, I thought I was never going to get online. Okay, so I'm over here messing with Google live stream crap. Apparently, it works better on my phone than it does in real life, which is only slightly annoying. Okay, so I don't really know how this is going to work because I'm on my phone. So I don't know if I can even see what you guys. Oh, I guess I can maybe see the chat if you guys are there. I don't really know. All right. Hi, I see people liking it. I'm sorry for the delay. I've been. I guess I'm not that technically inclined. I was going to do this on my computer so I could talk to all of y'all. I don't know how I'm going to do that on my phone, but I'm going to try to see if I can figure that out right now. Can somebody say hi so I can tell if it's happening on my phone so I can see if I can read it? I can't see anything. Okay. See, the whole purpose of me going live, guys, is so that I can interact with you, and apparently I'm not that smart about going live. So I'm looking to see if I can see. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Can I see it? Nope. Wait, nope. Ooh, ooh, okay. It says I'm streaming now. I'm in my live control room. Okay. I'm going to open the chat and see if that does anything for me. Let's see. Oh, hey, I see you guys. Okay, okay, okay. Hey. Okay, well, it's going to be a little weird, but hey, I see y'all. I see y'all. Okay, I see your chats. Oh, I should have a 7-second delay. Okay. I probably should. You're probably right. But I don't know that that would help because I don't really know that I'm really good at it. All right, guys. So here I am. Hello, Z. Hello, A. Oh, hey. Hey, Joanne. Mary. Miley. Cassandra. Diana. Let me see who else we got here. Joanne again. Hello, Joanne. D. Nora. Let's see. What does that say? Corey? Connie. Sorry, I'm a little blind today, y'all. A. Jamie. Hey, Jamie. Uh, Josie. Can I read this? Is that Nora? Nidza? Did I say that right, Nidza? Zamika. Yeah, hi, Zamika. All right, everybody. I see. Hello, Amy. Hey, Amy. You're amazing. I love you all. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is my first official YouTube live. Those of you who are in my span group have seen me live before, probably looking a lot crappier than this. Not that I look especially spectacular today. But, so here we are. Here we are. Hey, 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 everybody. I'm trying to see my I should probably zoom in my screen because, okay. Did my narc trigger? Okay. Oh, I love you guys. Amy. Okay. Joseph, hello. Jamie, hello. I said that already. Suzanne, hola. Okay. So we have our question, our first question from, let's see if I can read this name without going blind here. Hold on. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm going to try to be more professional next time. Okay. Now I'm all at the top and everything. I have to go down. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. So we have a question from Meckman who says, did my narc trigger my inhibitions? I have been feeling miserable ever since then. Thank you. Okay. Hello. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about that. Did your narc trigger them? Possibly, yes. Merry Christopher to you too. Okay, we're going to get to your question as well. Pick. Okay. Hello, hello. All right, so the first question, did my narc trigger my inhibitions? I've been feeling miserable ever since. Yes. It's quite possible that your narcissist did trigger your inhibitions. The narcissist may have been your trigger, but the trigger is not created by the narcissist, him or herself, so much as it's created by Oh, I guess I'm dim now. So much as it's create. Can you guys still see me okay? Okay. The narcissist has triggered it because of the behavior, because of the rudeness, because of the disrespect, all these things. And then what happens, of course, I would ask you, what was your childhood like? Did you have any narcissism in your family? Was there someone who may have helped you to think this was normal? Yeah. Oh, hey, dad facing divorce. Hey. Okay. How are you? I've watched your stuff too. All right. So yeah, I think you're going to feel miserable if you want to. And I know that sounds weird. Your triggers are what they are. You're going to have to work on taking those one thing at a time, one trigger at a time, but ultimately you have to remember that you can't control. If you can't control it, you shouldn't focus on it. If you can control it, go ahead and change it. If you can't do anything about it, don't waste your breath or your energy stressing about it. You feel me? Okay. What happens if you leave the narcissist before the discard? This comes from Picky or Pick, Kentucky. Okay. So, all right. So, what happens if you leave the narcissist before the discard? Chances are you're going to get chased, or the narcissist will smear campaign you. However, if you're going to do that, make sure you have everything in place before you go. This will give you an opportunity to, kind of. So, for example, when I left my narcissist, I had family members get together and help. They came over and helped me move out the same day. So all of my stuff was out of the house. My kid and I were out of the house on the same day. We had a place to go. Everything was, predetermined. It made my life a lot easier. So, all right. Okay. The narcissist. Okay. Demi says the narcissist discarded me out of the blue and has left me dependent on my narcissist parent. Just finished my diploma, so currently have no work. My videos have helped. Thank you so much. Well, thank you too. And I know that's a terrible thing when they discard you out of the blue like that, and you begin to feel like there's just absolutely nothing kind of left there for you. But the fact is, and it sucks that you're dependent on your narcissist parent, but my advice to you is to stand up, pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and get out there and do something. Get a job, start following your passion, go to school again, get more. How much, what kind of diploma are we talking about? Are we talking about high school diploma? Do you need to go to college? What's your deal? Okay, let me know and I'll try to respond to that as well. But basically what you have to do is just put your chin up, straighten out your back and say, I got this, and then get it. You feel me? Okay. The narcissist parent makes it even harder because I'm sure that they don't give you the kind of support that you could really use. But if you haven't yet, join SPAN. That's an amazing group, as my lovely admin Amy over here just mentioned the group. All right. So let me get you. Oh, hey, Dad, surviving divorce. Okay, hey, I'm glad to hear that you're good. Okay, Joanne says, Angie, how long did it take you to lose weight? Did you date during that time? Okay, it took me about 18 months to lose the weight. And what's kind of funny is that I actually met my husband before that. He actually he actually married me when I weighed 244 pounds, y'all. And I am 5 feet tall. It's not pretty. It doesn't work very well. Okay. So, yeah, it took me about 18 months. And the reason I did it at that pace was because I did not want to kill myself in the process. I wanted to make sure that it was a lifestyle that I could sustain. So sure, occasionally I kind of go off track and eat a piece of pumpkin pie in the morning or whatever, like I just did a few minutes ago. But in general, I try to just kind of mostly be healthy. I find that if I go about 80% healthy, 90% healthy, and then I mess up 10 or 20% of the time, I do okay. So, all right. All right. Demi says, no, D says, my ex-narcissist is already engaged, and we've been split less than 2 months. Apparently, the love of her life isn't real. Hell no, it's not real, honey. It's not real. Don't even worry about that. That is not... So I'm trying to just lower this thing. That is not something that you need to worry about, because the fact of the matter is narcissists, they don't change. They do not change. What they do is they're just going to repeat the same cycle. I'm sure that when you met your narcissist, she felt like you were the love of her life as well. Don't stress yourself out thinking that this new person makes him or your narcissist happy, because the fact is the new person is just you before. Think about how it was at the beginning of your relationship with the narcissist. That person's getting exactly the same things. And they will, unfortunately, also receive the abuse at some point, just like you did. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right. How do I explain to my ex-narcissist my reasons for going no contact? This comes from awesome Christina. First of all, Christina, I love your awesome name. Okay. How do you explain? You just don't explain unless you really want to. If you really want to explain, I would do so in the form of something such as a one of these emails, text messages. But, you know, essentially, if you're in a situation where you have kids with the person or whatever and you've got to deal with them, then just say, look, you're toxic for me. It's not healthy. And I'm going, I'm going to go forward and live my life. And that's that. Here's my earring. Anyway. Okay. I honestly, I know that sounds really simple, but the fact is you don't owe the narcissist an explanation. You may just go no contact, especially if you don't share kids or assets with that person. Just block them and move on forward. All right. There's a lot more to that, of course, but this is a quick thing. I'm trying to catch all the questions before they go down. All right. Yasmin wants to know, does a narcissist really want to be a parent, or is he doing this to get me back into his life and or punishment for standing up for myself? I was pregnant. I left. He's getting his lawyer to bully me. Are you still pregnant, Yasmin? I think some narcissists do think they want to be parents. I think they think they can. I think they think they can take the child and turn the child into something that they want, or they can use the child for attention, or they can make the child into their mini me or whatever. I do not think they want to be a parent in the same respect that you or I would want to be a parent, where we want to like nurture a child and love a child and help the child grow and make the world a better place. But I will tell you this, you probably already know this, but thank you, Amy, for that comment. If you're not a member of SPAN and you have more questions, please join. You can do that at queenbeing.com/SPAN. Okay. Yeah, being pregnant is a very difficult time, and you're definitely going to be more sensitive, but also you're going to have to take the time to stand up, you know, pull up your bootstraps and get yourself on the right track. Okay. So you have a kid, you know what are you going to have a kid if you don't already? You were a kid and you probably have some idea of what the toxic behavior makes you feel like, right? Okay. All right. Okay. So Yasmin says she would like to thank me for giving her insight into who she was dealing with. Thank you, Barbara, for the looking at me looking all pretty. Thank you. That's really nice of you. Okay. Thanks for all your videos, Barbara. Thank you. What is SPAN? Okay, blessed, never give up. SPAN is support for people affected by narcissism in relationships. It is my free and confidential online support group, and you can join that at queenbeing.com/SPAN. It is a Facebook group. It's a private group. Amy, a lever right here, she's giving you information in the chat about that. All right. Nora says, my narcissist husband initiated the no contact and it's very painful. It's torturing because he moved out into the same building and she assumes he blames her for everything. Of course he blames you for everything, but that doesn't mean that that's accurate information, honey. I know this is going to sound strange, but here's the thing. You kind of got yourself a good deal right now, because right now the narcissist left you, and if you can manage to keep him out, your life can get a lot better pretty quick. So look at this as an opportunity to grow and change and make your life better. And who knows, maybe when you heal, you'll find someone who can actually love you the way you deserve to be loved. Because up to this point, I'm guessing that this man hasn't done that for you. Am I right? Okay. My narcissist husband initiated. Okay, we got that one. Okay. Nora, even though he does blame you, I'm sure, for everything, I want you to know that it's not your fault. It's not your fault. You cannot control the behavior of a narcissist. A narcissist will never give you the kind of support that you really need in this case. All right. You're just going to have to stand up and keep going forward. And I honestly, if you can try to change your perspective and look at it in a very positive light, I think that's going to really help you a lot. Okay. All right. Okay. You're welcome. Blessed, never give up. I love your name, by the way. All right. Oh, Demi, our diploma person who was talking about being dependent on narcissistic parents. That is amazing. Congratulations on your double diploma in business management and leadership. My goodness, that is a very good thing to have in this day and age. Yes, start looking for work. Start thinking about what you're passionate about. You might maybe check out my Work at Home Thriver series. because you really can make money doing what you love to do if you want to, and especially with some kind of a diploma in business management and leadership, huh? All right. Yes, Nora, you're right. They don't change. Your husband did to you what he did to his first wife, and that's exactly what I was saying. They will definitely not change for anyone. So maybe everything's new and exciting with the new person right now, but they're certainly not going to become a different person. So, okay, here we go. You're welcome, Dee. Jamie, my love, asks how to react when the narcissist plays the victim. Here we go. All right. So here's how you do it. Watch this. So here you are. You're chilling. You're doing some stuff, whatever. The narcissist comes in and he's like, or she's like, oh my God, you did this horrible thing to me because you took out the trash and, you know, I threw away my thing and I don't know, just make up some stuff, whatever. They're injured for some stupid reason that doesn't matter in the world. Here's how you react. That's very interesting. Oh, it's too bad you feel that way. Oh, I see. See, no expression, no sympathy. You react as minimally as possible, you gray rock. You don't allow them to make you feel guilty. That was something that was hard for me. It was so easy for me to just feel bad and feel guilty about the behavior and the way that I was being treated, and the way that the narcissistic injury was hard for me, because as an empath, it's something that you don't want to deal with. But yeah, I definitely had a hard time with that one. So that when I learned that I didn't need to react, and that if I didn't react, the world would not come crashing down around my ears, and that the person would eventually become bored and move on, well, that was a huge deal for me, y'all. Huge deal. Okay. Hello there from New Zealand. Hello. And you're welcome, Christina. And yes, Amy, that's right. Blow them off. It's an attention thing. Okay. Francesca, that's a beautiful name, says, do narcissists want to be saved, or do they secretly want to be alone? They don't want to be saved, and they don't want to be alone. They don't think anything's wrong with them. They don't want to be alone because there is something wrong with them. They cannot be alone, because if they're alone, they might actually realize that they're not their false self. So a narcissist will literally do almost anything to not be alone. You don't very often see a narcissist without someone for supply, whether it's a romantic supply or it's a parent or it's a child or whatever. They're using someone in their life as a source of supply. All right. Okay. Joanne says narcs think they're perfect. It's all games. Damn right, girl. Damn right. All right. Okay. Oh, and that was to Jamie. Okay. Cool. I'm just talking. I don't know. Okay. Love the hair today. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And matching shirt. Check that out. It's cute, right? It's actually a dress. I'd show you the whole thing, but I don't have any pantyhose on or boots or anything yet. So, all right. Okay. Narcissists have transferred. Wait a minute. Okay. This is from Ziggy Lou. Hey, Ziggy Lou. How you doing? Okay. She says, narcissists have transferred their empathy to other things other than your gender and humans altogether. Narcissists. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. I think you're saying to me that during the time where they're actually doing the abuse, after the love bombing phase, during the devalue and the discard phase, I think what you're telling me here is that they, yeah, absolutely. They will be nice to a cat, or they will be nice to, an item or a stranger before they'll be nice to someone that they love. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Okay. Sarah says, my ex found a new girl 7 months ago and I'm married now. We have 2 kids. Will having kids with him keep the abuse on me and not with his new woman? No. He seems to angry text and then tell me to leave him alone. Okay. He's definitely using you as narcissistic supply still, but you're certainly not the only one. I'm certain that, with the 7, is married. You're not married. Okay. Are you married? All right. Well, anyway, your ex is now with someone. Y'all have 2 kids together. And you want to know if you're the one that's going to get the abuse instead of her. No, you're both going to get it. She may still be, I doubt 7 months in, she's still in the honeymoon phase. But if she is, I'm guessing not, since they're married. She's probably getting her own form of abuse. And when she doesn't give him satisfactory supply, I'm sure he reaches back out to old supply, which is why the angry texting and the silent treatment. You're like, thank you, please, I'll be happy to leave you alone, right? Okay. All right. Ziggy Lou says, after years and years of having narcissists cause her to chase her tail. She's going back to school. I can't believe how much time on them I've wasted. Okay, first of all, yes, congratulations on going back to school. That's amazing. Second of all, stop worrying about the time you wasted. It's gone. You can't get it back. So focus on right now and moving forward, because you get to pick now. You get to make your life what you want it to be, and that's amazing. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. Arthur Field says, hello, Angie. I've been dealing with a psychopath at college. Broke up and got back together 7 times already, and we still have 2 years to go. How can I break this vicious cycle? No contact is impossible. Okay, if no contact is impossible, I assume you're saying to me that the psychopath is your person that you're dating or in a relationship with. And what I would say about that is quite honestly, if not no contact, then maybe no sex, no relationship. This is a very difficult situation. Why is no contact not possible? Do you guys have kids together? Is it because you're in the same classes? Talk to me about that. I need more information. All right. Okay. Patrice says, what hurts is acknowledging the person I was and that I'm not that person anymore. That he slowly, I think she means stole my confidence and esteem goals. I'm disgusted with myself and how it took him only 2 years to break me. Okay. Stop that. It's not your fault. There's nothing wrong with you. You didn't do anything to deserve this behavior. Okay. You deserve to be happy. This person came in and pretended that they were going to help you be happy, and then they turned around and tried to destroy you in your life. On the plus side, now what you have is the ability to decide what happens next. Okay? Look at this as an opportunity and not a bad thing. Look at this as a way that you can go, you know what? I get to decide what happens next in my life. What do I want? Have you thought about what you wanted? Okay, the person you used to be is still in there. Okay, and you can decide what evolution to bring forth now. Do you want to bring forth who you are at this moment? Do you want to bring forth a new person? You can decide these things at this time. You feel me? Okay. And Patrice, stick with me, because I talk about self-esteem and self-confidence and how to get through that every single day. Stop being disgusted with yourself. Don't beat yourself up. That is not going to help you do any better. Focus on things you love. And like I tell my clients and all of y'all almost every single day, when you wake up in the morning and before you go to bed at night, think of 10 things you're grateful for and 3 things you love about yourself. Okay? It really helps. I also suggest writing them down or putting them out on Facebook, kind of good vibes, sending out into the universe and whatnot, right? Okay. All right. No. Okay. Let me get back here. Okay. Connie says, I'm on medical disability. He knew I was beginning to get sick when he married me. Nearly 2 years of dating was totally different. Oh my gosh. What do I do with the fear? How do I handle being stuck? That is very hard. Okay. So you're on medical disability. You are married to him and now you're stuck? Or did he leave you? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to remember everybody I'm talking to. Assuming that you're stuck with him, and how do you get through the fear? It's not easy. This is how you get through it. You suck it up and you do it anyway. You're going to be scared sometimes. Life is hard and it's not easy. It's never going to be easy unless you want it to be. At this point, it's going to be difficult. What I would suggest is you work on getting together a support network, friends, family members, anyone that you think might be willing to help you. And if you can't find someone that can help you, then maybe you want to look for some new people in your time in your life and start to expand your network. I think that your doctor or some of your healthcare people might be able to help you find people that maybe are having this, dealing with the same kinds of issues in your area. And maybe, I don't know, maybe you could roommate up with somebody or something in the meantime. Something to consider. Okay, Demi says, thank you so much. This is what I needed today. Oh, that she's been following my work at home series. Plans to continue. I'm an inspiration, beautiful person. Thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you. Okay, Limitless Life says, loving you life. Thank you. Mwah, you too. All right. Thank you, Francesca. Thank you. How do narcs act in court? Oh, here we go. Here's one for you. How do narcs act in court? They act like little bitches, y'all. They do. They do narcissistic injury. They lie. They tell stories. They pretend that things they did are things that you did. I suggest if you know you're going to be going to court with a narcissist, you absolutely take every single moment of time in order to focus on getting everything in writing, getting everything, make your case unbreakable. One client of mine was able to really take down her narcissist by going to her phone company and getting copies of the text messages where he had harassed her in horrible ways, and that proved a lot of things legally and whatnot. Okay. Amy says, please remember to vote for me and the YouTube Choice Award. Yeah, that's right. Oh, thank you, Amy. You're awesome. Joanne, I hope you're back. I see that you said you lost me. I see other people still talking, so I'm hoping that everybody's still good. All right. Am I still live? Yes. Okay. Tabitha says, I finally got away from my narcissist. I tried to go no contact, but I have my stuff in a storage unit with him. I've been talking with him still. He says he wants or thinks that she's coming back home to him, but I'm not. Okay, you know what? That's okay. Let him think whatever he needs to think to keep yourself safe, my love. That's okay. I'm proud of you for that. Tabitha says she's bringing her mom with her, then getting her stuff. He's going to be highly pissed. But is she in the wrong for playing? Hell no, you're not in the wrong. You do what you need to do to keep yourself safe. We all know that a narcissist will do something to hurt you if they can and to stop you from moving forward. So you let them think whatever you need them to think right now, okay? All right, Arthur, about the psychopath at college, thank you. We're classmates and our mutual circle of friends has grown to the point that everyone knows each other already. Thank you. Okay, Arthur, you don't have to have sex with someone you're classmates with. I get the mutual circle of friends thing. Maybe you can slowly back away from her. Maybe you can look at putting him or her, I don't know. Maybe, oh, I see. Wait, oh, that was Crystal. Okay. Anyway, my suggestion, Arthur, is to gray rock as much as possible and to really step back from the physical part of the relationship and just kind of steer yourself toward a real casual friendship. It's the best thing you can do for now. College doesn't last forever, even though we all wish it did. I had so much fun back then. Okay. Okay, so Crystal. Hello, Crystal. Hello, my love. I just realized that I started giving him some of his own medicine by acting the way he was. I realized that the person who was abused and was seeking revenge isn't who I am, but I feel guilty for acting that way. What have I told you about beating yourself up, Crystal? Don't do that. You know you're an amazing person, and you know you gave that person way more chances than he ever deserved. You tried way harder than most people would try in any relationship. Love yourself, honey. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't. Now, as far as giving him the same treatment he's giving you, stop that. Here's what you do to him. Watch this. Nothing. Say nothing, do nothing. He doesn't exist anymore. He's nothing. Moving right along. Love you, Crystal. Okay. All right. Crystal. Okay. Miriam. You're welcome. She says, thank you. Joanne, I'm glad you and Dad survived divorce, found someone. And yes, it is a good thing. It is. And we love you too, Joel. I love you too. I'm sure he does too. All right. Denise Farmer says, my problem is falling into the roller coaster due to being married 15 years, only divorced a few months. I go from hating him to missing him. Oh, honey, that's so normal. And I know that is very difficult because when you spend 15 years with anybody, 15 years is a long time, and it's going to make you feel that way. But what I suggest people do when they stress out, okay, the hating him part might be necessary for now. So when the hate stops being useful in your life and becomes toxic, then you need to work on getting rid of it. But during the time that you're still struggling with missing him, I suggest you write down a list of things that you don't have to deal with anymore when you're not with him, okay? I did a video a while back called 103 Things You No Longer Have to Deal With When You Go No Contact, and that was done with the SPAN group. I went into the SPAN group and asked them to go ahead and leave information, tell me, what are you done dealing with now that you're with, or what will you be done dealing with? And anyway, I shared 103 things with you guys, and so you might want to check out that video and make your own list of things like that, things you don't have to deal with. It's really good for going back to later and looking at and checking and making sure stuff is what it is. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Denise. Okay. So Denise, I suggest, make a list of things you don't have to deal with anymore. Stay focused on what you want, not what you don't want, and don't allow him in your life anymore, except for where you have to with the kids if there are kids. Okay. But even then, it can be a business arrangement and nothing more. All right. Okay. Yasmin. Oh, speaking of which, Yasmin. That's right. She says, having kids together does not mean you have to take abusive language. If this subject ever gets on anything but the kids, you file a harassment complaint. Don't respond. Keep your records too. Yes, that's correct. Absolutely 100% correct. Thank you, Yasmin. Okay. All right. Picky, tell me how to say your name. Is it Picky or is it Pick Kentucky? Am I supposed to say Kentucky? Tell me what I'm talking about. Okay. Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Nora. I feel the same way, Denise. Yep. Okay, Nora, I understand that feeling. And I'll tell you something. It's so hard because they do seem to be decent people. And when you stay with someone so long, you are able to see the good in them. And let's face it, even though we may not want to admit it, there are things about some narcissists that are not horrible. But when the no empathy thing happens, when the disrespect thing happens, and it happens again and again and again and again, and there's nothing you can do about it, you have to make a choice. Are you going to be miserable for the rest of your life randomly whenever they decide that you're going to be miserable? Or are you going to choose from now on? You have to make a choice. I think that you have the right to pick, and I think that you have the right to be happy and safe in your home. That's what I think. Okay. All right, I'm going back down. Nora. Okay, we got her. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I get everybody. How do I handle it if he's not out of my life yet? He's a covert narc, and we have 8 kids. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm not sorry. I'm glad you have kids, but I'm sorry that, oh my gosh, still 2 in diapers. Okay. Oh, I can totally understand why you feel overwhelmed, KL. I totally understand that. That's a very hard place to be. I totally empathize with you. I think, how old are your oldest kids? I think, wow, 8 kids is a lot of kids. Are you being physically abused? And if you're not, how much access do you have to money? Do you have I can't imagine that you could possibly work outside the home when you have 8 kids, unless you're very wealthy, because daycare is ridiculously expensive. But I mean, even for 1 kid, let alone 8 kids, how do you handle it? You really get good at the gray rock, okay? You don't allow him to make you feel like you're less than. You don't allow him to put you in a position to be alone mentally, because you know they will try to isolate you. So if there are other people in your life, friends, family members that you're still connected to, make sure you maintain those connections, and make sure you don't require his you don't require his approval, if that makes any sense. And you're going to learn to live with your 8 kids without him. If you're not, I'm guessing if he's anything like any narcissist I've ever met, he's probably not very helpful with the kids anyway, unless it's about controlling and punishing. You're welcome, Tabitha. You're welcome, Arthur. Nora says, my husband is addicted to drugs and alcohol. Oh my God, yes. Very toxic bomb that was confusing, and she didn't believe that he was a narcissist. Girl, that is legit. Drugs and alcohol will turn a non-narcissist into a narcissist, in my opinion. And people who are even empaths who become overwhelmed by the world and they begin to take drugs and alcohol and become addicted, it takes over their lives, and their empathy kind of is numbed or muted or something. And I think it's because no one ever taught them how to understand it and handle it. Because y'all know, if you are what I call an empath, you're someone who literally feels everybody else's feelings around you. You feel me? Feel me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, very toxic, Nora, you're right. And honestly, if you're out of it now, stay out, baby. Stay out. All right, Crystal, she says, thank you for everything you do. You've created a support network for all of us and are proof we can all come out of abuse stronger. 5 of us no contact, baby! Woo! I'm so proud of you. All right, hugs to everyone here. I'm with you, girl, 100%. Kale says I don't live with him, but he's on the property, especially right now, a lot. He keeps score over all help he gives to me with the kids. Okay, well, I'm glad you don't live with him. How, with being on the property, is he in your home? Or is he like living down down the yard in another house? How's that working out? Let me know. Yes, Amigo, this is great. We get to go live with the Queen Bee. You're all of you ladies are Queen Bees, and all of you gentlemen, I'm gonna make up a word for y'all. Y'all are King Bees. How about that? We're all Queen Bees, King and Queen Bee. We're royal people. All right. I'm sorry, I get silly. All right. Meckman says, how do you deal with triangulation when there's more than one narc with an agenda? My goodness. Yeah, that's a fun one. Triangulation, again, it's difficult because it's almost like, when somebody's playing you against someone else. What I have done in the past when triangulation has occurred is I stepped back from it and I politely, as possible, told the other person, the person that was being used, the flying monkey or the person being triangulated, unless they were actually actively enjoying this, I let them know what was happening. And I said, I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I'm just going to step away from this situation. And I'd appreciate it if you would too. And if they didn't, it didn't matter to me because I stepped away. Step away from it. Don't allow them to do that. Don't deal with them if they're triangulating. It's not worth it. It's just stressful. If you believe one person is an unwilling participant, then explain briefly to that person that they're being used in triangulation and that you will not continue to deal with this. And then you just refuse to talk about that thing. And if they won't let go of it, you move on. It sucks, but that's what you do. You just don't discuss any topic where they're trying to triangulate you and you know that you can't do anything because the narcissist does not do anything to make their own life more difficult, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay. This is good. I'll talk more about the triangulation in a future video, and there are already some other videos on that, so check that out as well. Demi says, if I'm not being too greedy, do you have any advice for finding your passions and starting to work for home? I've just turned 25 and don't have much life experience. Okay. Yes, I absolutely have so many things to say about that. I started the new column, as you know, and I'll be putting out more things. And actually, I've got some videos coming out right after Christmas, I think, about this. But one of the things I would say to you for finding your passion is, here's the question, okay? This is, in my opinion, the best way to discover it. If you could wake up every morning, okay, let's say you woke up tomorrow morning and a miracle has happened. You never have to worry about money again, okay? Life is good. You've got everything you want. I want you to decide how that looks. And I want you to decide, you get up in the morning, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go to the office. You don't have to do anything because you don't have to worry about money. What are you going to do? What would get you out of bed after you've gone and you've done all your traveling and all the craziness that you're going to do? When you come back and you're back in your regular life, what's going to get you out of bed in the morning? That's what I want you to talk about. That's what I want you to think about and start thinking about how you can work that into a career. And if you need help with that, I offer coaching, or you can come into one of my upcoming hangouts and we'll talk about that more. Okay? All right. Da-da-da. Okay, Denise, I do and thank you. Yeah, right on, girl. Right on. Yeah, you do have to ignore him unless you're dealing with kids. That's all right. Okay. Oh, he's in the RV and in the home some every day. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. He needs to move on out. Okay, hello, Limitless Live. Okay, Arthur Fields. As a side note, we're both male. He discarded me because of an accidental narcissistic injury he inflicted. He said by the next day he was already dating someone else. I apologized for hours. I'm so sorry. But the only thing I got was his ugly, angry side. He went all out verbally against me. I'm doing things for myself in order to get over the addiction. Good for you. That's absolutely important. Sarah says harassment complaint. I don't know what that is. I missed something there. Okay. Arthur, my pleasure, honey. I'm so happy to help. I'm so happy that you're finding benefit in that. Jamie says, my narc is pulling on my heartstrings, saying he's heartbroken about not seeing our 3 kids on Christmas, but when I try making plans with him, he shuts me out. You're on to him. That's all you need to be, is on to him, you know? Jamie, what I say is, she says, I know he's just trying to make me feel guilty, but I'm wondering how much to bend as far as time. Here's what you should do, Jamie, regarding the kids. You tell him, you may pick up the children at this time and return them at that time. Or you may come to where I am and you may spend X amount of hours with the children, period. Considering that I happen to know a couple of things Jamie has recently dealt with this particular person, and Jamie, I would not let your kids be alone with him. That's all I'm going to say. We'll talk about the rest of that in private. Okay. Limitless Life. My parents instigated an intervention that didn't need doing to make out that I was crazy 2 weeks before my birthday last month, and I have not been in touch since. It was because I wanted to go round every other week back in about March. Yeah, that's common. They want you to feel sick. They want you to feel crazy. They want you to feel like something's wrong with you. And they want everybody else to think so too, so that when you stand up and say, hey, this is not acceptable behavior, they can point to everyone and go, see, I told you that person was crazy. It's no good. Okay. All right. Yeah, so unfortunately, I understand why you went no contact. I would stay no contact in that case. Yeah. Joanne says, do most of us go reclusive? You know, are we all in isolation? Yeah, we are isolated by the narcissist. And then quite honestly, I think a lot of us get to the point where we become kind of broken and we have a hard time being around people, especially people who are negative or stressful to us. And so I personally still to this day need to spend time alone every single day or I'll be nuts. Well, maybe not really nuts, but kind of nuts. So something to think about. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think a lot of us become people who really do need that time alone. I think it's like a side effect of the PTSD and stuff. Even noises stress me out sometimes. Noises make me feel overwhelmed and stressed out. Like sudden noises or loud noises for loud music for long periods of time. I'll have to go away from it. I really need to get some earplugs for that kind of thing. And what's funny is I've actually got hearing loss in one of my ears. I can only hear about 45% or something like that in that ear. And still the loud, it just overwhelms me. So, and it makes me feel isolated because of the hearing loss. But that's a whole other video. All right. Limitless Life says, when you realize it's them and not you, it really does help you cope. That is absolutely true. It took me, you guys, I was like 35 when I finally realized it wasn't me. It took a long time. I had already been divorced by then, and it was not, it's crazy. So, anyway. Okay. Joanne, self-isolation. Yeah, totally self-isolate. We definitely self-isolate. And I think we do that in a way in order to protect ourselves from being hurt again. I really think so. And also just because we become overwhelmed after a while with all of the overstimulation and stuff. So, all right, I'm going to go for just about 4 more minutes here because we're almost at 45 minutes and I've got an appointment coming up with a client shortly. So, okay. Denise Farmer says, I'm trying. I'm in stage 4 of divorce. The depression is kicking and he's super crazy. Excuse me. Makes every process hard behind closed doors, but in front of the kids. Yeah. I'm the bad guy, non-cooperative. You know what? It sucks. I think the best thing that you can do is gray rock. And when it comes to the kids, how old are the kids? Because sometimes you need to just sit the kids down and be real with them up to a point as much as they can understand. If you've got teenagers, it's going to be a little easier than if you've got 6-year-olds, but you can certainly, explain the message to them in a way they can understand. For example, if you have a 6-year-old, you might say, Mommy and Daddy both love you, but we can't get along very well, and so we're going to move into different houses. And, why is Daddy so mean to you? Well, Daddy's angry right now, or Daddy has some issues he needs to deal with, but that's nothing to do with you. Don't even worry about it. You feel me? Various iterations of that, depending on the age, is a helpful way to start. No? All right. Okay. Meckman says, I don't believe one that is unwilling. I'm working on it. Okay, I think I can't remember what that was specifically. I can't remember the question I asked you. I'm so sorry. There are so many questions happening. But I don't believe, wait a minute. Okay, I don't believe one that is unwilling. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. Okay, KL, thank you. I love your videos. Thank you. I'm happy that you're here watching. Please do one about the altruistic narcissist. Yeah, I will absolutely do that. I've done one before about altruistic narcissists, so check that out on my channel. But I will definitely do another one of those in the upcoming near future. Okay, Meckman says, I don't believe this individual is unwilling and that they enjoyed. Oh, yes, indeed. I'm sure that you're correct on that one. I'm sure that's absolutely true. They definitely, some of them are real masochists. They are, is that the word? No, that's not it. Whatever. One of those. They're the people that like to inflict pain on people. Okay? All right. That's absolutely true. They enjoy it. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel alive. In fact, I had a narcissist say to me one time, you know what? I was watching him poke at someone who was already in a lot of pain. And I said, why are you doing that? And I don't mean physical pain. I mean, they were in emotional pain. I said, why are you doing that? And he said, well, I don't know. It's just my nature. He said, I see someone in pain and it's my instinct to hurt them more. How about that? How about that? Yeah, that's who we're dealing with, y'all. That's who we're dealing with. All right. Demi, thank you. I'm so happy that you were able to, that you're looking forward to it. So am I. Chelsea says, So cool to be here with you right now. And the community question: would I consider a series on parental alienation? Yes. I have a client who is dealing with a really horrible case of that right now, and I think that would be a really good thing. So I'll definitely do that. All right. Okay. CNA Cap says, please forgive the interruption. I would love, if in any way possible, to get just a few moments of your time to discuss a few questions I have of my husband of 12 years. Okay. Yeah, I'm actually just about, actually, I'm supposed to be wrapping up right now. But I'm definitely going to come back and do another one of these, since this has gone pretty well. And except hopefully I'll have it on my computer instead of my phone. My hand's going, I'm holding this thing. But yes, and also I offer coaching, one-on-one coaching. You can go to Narcissistic Abuse Recovery.online, or just go to Queen Being. You can get to it from the front page at queenbeing.com as well, and schedule that if you're interested. Okay, Nora says, thank you. Healing is long and hard, but yep, absolutely. Thank you for your time, Joanne. Thank you. You're so welcome. I'm so happy that you feel good and that you're feeling me here. Thank you, guys. Celebrating 6 months of no contact. Congratulations. Good job. I'm proud of you. Merry Christmas, everybody. Okay, gotta go. Thanks. Yes, I'm so happy to hear that I could help you all. About triangulation. Oh, okay. All right. I'm so glad that you can do that. Yeah, I will be back. I will be back. I don't know, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments how often you'd like me to do this. I could probably do a half an hour most days, maybe. Or I could maybe do like an hour a week or something like that. All right. Thank you all for being here. It means so much to me. Thank you for letting me be a part of your day, part of your life. Have coffee with me in the morning if you haven't yet. It's kind of fun sometimes, and I look really crazy. What else? Let's see. And when I do that every weekday, and also later in the morning on weekends sometimes. And I do post every day, and I'm all about narcissistic abuse recovery and making your life better and all those stuff. So, yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I see that you recently learned, oh yeah, that your mother's a narcissist. It's hard. I know it's hard. Okay, I have to go. I'm sorry. I love y'all. I'll see you soon. Thanks for being part of my life and part of my day.